Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
Amelia's up here with us and Popeye's hanging out at the house. I wish he could have come, but we have some errands to run after this video. So we're the TheRcSaylors. Welcome to our RC family. Today we're going to test the Hubsan Zino with an Android phone, my personal Android phone. If you remember, we've basically fallen in love with the Hubsan Zino flying on an iPhone. But not too awfully long ago, we tried to fly it on the Android setup and had no luck. Well, we had some kinks to work out, and you got to remember that Hubsan was a pre-release model. As it turns out, my transmitter, the controller for the Hubsan Zino that they sent to me, was not able to fly with Android at all. What I needed was a firmware update, and they said they were going to send me a cable that would be able to do the update. That never happened. They ended up sending me a new transmitter. And so I haven't flown my Zino with an Android yet. I'm gonna do that first test flight today with you guys. If you go back and look at the comment section of our first flight with the Android system, attempt to fly with the Android system, almost everybody in the comment section said, Nate, thanks for the honest review, but I have no problems with mine. And that's because the ones that they sent out to everybody that bought one worked just fine. So without further ado, we're going to fly this on a highly requested video for you guys now, the Hubsan Zino with my Android phone. So let's go fly. Start recording and let us take off.
Let us fly.
Yes. Okay. It's been a while since we have flown the Zino even on the iPhone. I will say I've been out here and at just different various spots, and I've flown my Zino with the iPhone, but now we're out here totally on Android. I'm doing a screen recording for you guys. You can hear the wind. I remember the first time we flew this, it was probably about this windy. Yeah. So this will be a good true testament to that gimbal. So let's fly. I'm gonna fly out a bit. Now I've heard some stories up higher.
This way.
Okay. I've heard some stories of people having random issues with their Zinos, and I want to address that because if not for the people that watch our videos, we wouldn't even have a channel. So I will say that I have not had any issues with my Zino other than the fact that it would not work on the Android, and supposedly that was due to the fact that my transmitter, because remember they sent me that early model, the transmitter they sent me was only compatible, the firmware that they had on it, with an iPhone. They said that they would send me a new cable that would be able to do the firmware update, but normally you wouldn't be able to get. And then they just said, we'll just send you a new transmitter. So they finally got me a new transmitter, and here we are flying. This is awesome. And then I pointed the camera over to the construction zone because that's the new spot.
Have they seen the building?
Yeah, they put that building up just this winter. Yeah. We'll go a little closer, but of course not flying over.
They're like storing cranes and stuff.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, so my Wi-Fi feed is looking great, so smooth. It's just been a while since I've flown a quality GPS drone.
Don't fly over there.
No, I'm not going over the road or anything. Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to show everyone, like cranes, they put that whole building up just in the winter too. It's so cold.
It went up really fast.
And the wind is so strong. I just felt so bad for the guys working up here. But yeah, when you hear construction noises, that's these guys working on the cranes and stuff. Look at this huge lot. That used to just be a cow field. Oh, poor kiddo. She's just waking up from a nap. But that's not going to stop us from flying. We got 19 satellites. Really, today is just a test to see if this is going to work well with Android or not. So let's get a little bit of range going on this thing. I want to fly it out to the corner of our field with pretty good confidence that it does fly really well. I love the telemetry. I just enjoy flying the Zino because I know it's a pretty good budget GPS drone. There, I went full speed ahead now. Not in sport mode either. So we're 120 meters away now. I'm going to keep going to the end because they have mowed that up now. So I'll go all the way out to the end. I have really good FPV here. No jitters or latency or anything yet. Looking down into the valley, looks good. And we're at 200 and we'll go 250. We'll do 250 because I can still see the drone really well. Right now the camera that you guys are listening to me on and Abby's normally filming the drone on is not even pointed at the drone because she's having to rock
really
Amelia.
Far away anyways.
Right.
So
all you guys could see is a tiny little like 5 pixel dot super far away. So right now we're just focusing on the video and my feed looks great. I have very little jitters, I'm pretty confident in its ability, so let's go out a little bit farther because I still am maintaining line of sight. I'm really happy with this. This is working really, really well. Really well. My battery percentage seems to be good, 79%. I'm just kind of exploring out here over the woods. Starting to get a little bit of frame drop there on my FPV signal, but that's at 400 meters away, so it's just refreshing to fly something like this. We've been flying a lot of toy grade drones recently, and so it's really nice to fly something like this. I want to hit return to home where we are now because orientation at this point can be hard. Well, you know what? I do want to point back at us. Oh, loud truck. Just to show you guys how far away we are, kind of visually here. No, we're not there yet, Abby. And there's the corner of the field, that little blue roof way out there. That is the clubhouse, and you probably cannot see us at all. So I'm just gonna let's see if I can activate sport mode from here. Switching to expert mode, so I'm gonna fly back full speed ahead in sport mode.
Looked at me like, Mom, why are you jumping? You're embarrassing.
I'm coming back full speed ahead, Abby. You know, I do get a little bit of yaw shifting sometimes with this. I think what people have to understand is, and I'm not trying to make a case for Zino or Hubsan, you just have to set your expectations at what you're paying. You know, if you're not happy with what you see from this on videos like mine, look into other options. You might have to spend a little more if you want absolute perfection, but for the price point, I'm still personally very happy with this. If anything,
still have that deal with the like free batteries?
Yeah, if you click our link in the description box below, you can actually get an extra free battery, or you can save $30.
That's pretty cool.
Now, sport mode doesn't feel too fast, but I am flying into the wind, so I'm gonna go back into normal mode as it stabilizes here above us. Abby, I know it's directly above, so I'll lower this down some. You know, I'm going to continue enjoying my Zino. I'm going to fly it whenever I possibly can for fun. And if anything ever happens, if anything toilet bowls or gets a mind of its own, flies away or something, I will absolutely update you guys. But something too that people... That's all right, Abby's flying it here a little bit with me. Something that people also kind of forget is even the best drones on the market, even DJI stuff, and even nicer drones than that, have problems. Manufacturer issues, software problems, flyaways, crashes, dropouts, battery connection issues. It's just a matter of what percentage, I think.
Yes.
Now there hasn't been an overwhelming amount of negative feedback on our videos, actually mostly very positive, but for the negative things, I like to at least address you guys. I'm not ignoring you or anything. If you have a specific problem, leave it in the comments below. You know, maybe someone else can help you if I can't.
But just to say it again, our only issue was because we had an early model version.
Yeah.
And it was not ready to be supported by Android.
They said it was though, which is kind of upsetting. That's why I was upset in that video.
They didn't send that version out to customers, right?
No, customers did not get the pre-release version that we did in that case. I've thoroughly enjoyed mine, thoroughly enjoyed it. And now that I'm able to fly on my personal Android phone, I'm really happy. And when we did that video, guys, the negative Android video, all of you were slowly getting your Zinos at that point of time. And everyone, read the comments, everyone said, you know what, Nate, thanks for this video, I appreciate the honesty, but mine works. So if you don't believe me, just go read all those comments on our Hubsan Zino video with the Android update, and it has a frowny face crying on the thumbnail because I was sad. So I want to stop recording now and just look at my camera settings, because now with the newest firmware update, I can change from 1080p to 4K. I'm in 1080p right now, and I'm going to leave it that way because I like to edit in 1080p. 4K editing just really bogs my computer down. You know, we're on the TheRcSaylors budget. It's just me and Abby and now Amelia, which kind of bogs the budget down a little bit more. So I'm going to leave it there.
We got Popeye and all his
I know. Well, I'm happy with that because remember, the first time I flew my Zino, I'm just going to hit record again, I was only able to choose 4K. So yeah, and now that noise is a new thing too. Maybe it just is an Android thing. I don't know. I
always have my phone on vibrate, so maybe we didn't hear it the last time because of that.
I like the portability of the Zino. There are just so many things that I do like about it. The price point is nice and competitive with DJI products. You're gonna have DJI fanboys, you're gonna have DJI hate groups, you're gonna have the same thing with Hubsan too. But I stand strong in all of my videos that I have shown you guys so far with the Hubsan Zino and in this video, and that I really like it. I do. I think it's a great option. It's a great budget option. Let's fly around a little bit more exploring. Are you guys happy with me pushing the range on this stuff a little bit more? You know, the only reason I don't push range tests on things that I don't push range tests on is generally because I don't feel comfortable doing that, but I do. I trust this Zino, and it's so windy today, and that gimbal just looks so smooth and rock solid. I really like this. I really like this. Keep in mind, you don't have to do the firmware updates to fly this. It just helps. So there's a firmware update for the drone, there's a firmware update for the gimbal, and one for the camera. And it's very easy to do if you follow the step-by-step video that Hubsan actually released about a month or two ago. Just look for Hubsan Zino firmware updates, and they walk you right through it. I had no problems doing it. I will say, a couple times I had issues with the USB cord plugging into the Zino and the computer, and the main problem with that was that I have this USB extension cable that I use to make it easier so I don't have to bend down and plug into my computer, but in this case I had to because for some reason it did not like that Logitech USB extension cable. What do you guys think? I want to hear from you. Hubsan Zino. It got so much hype right when it was coming out. I think that people pre-ordered so many that they were like, oh my gosh, we can't keep up with the orders. They shipped out the first 1,000 like they said they would. I think it was delayed though. And I do believe now they're obviously no longer on pre-order. People are flying them like crazy. I like mine. This is gonna be, you guys know how I always have my DJI Spark on me in its case. I am currently actively looking for a case that works well with my Zino. And if I can find one, it's gonna be another drone that I have on me all the time. I'm probably gonna swap out my Spark and my Zino back and forth.
You could use your DJI Spark purse bag.
I don't like that. So no, I won't. No, I won't. This is a great drone. When I take my hands off the sticks, it flies really stable. Although yes, there's a small amount of yaw spin. You can see that now. I've not been able to totally eliminate that. That is my 40% battery warning, which is good.
How long's your flight then?
Can you see the timer on the DSLR?
Oh yeah, 11 minutes.
Okay, so maybe about 10 minutes or so. Not bad.
It's not bad for 40%.
Right.
I know, yeah. She's just happy it's sunny out.
So one other thing I want to know from you guys, in the comments below, if you're still watching, can you list drones for me that are under $500? They don't have to be folding, but if they're folding, that's great. A 3-axis 4K, a 3-axis gimbal, 4K camera that does have a dedicated transmitter. They don't have to pay more for after the fact, like the Spark did when it came out. There aren't that many. There are not that many on that list that work, that are good. Yeah. And so that's why this is exciting. I think people still have a reason to be excited for the Hubsan Zino. It's nice out today. I don't have a coat. We're getting ready to go into spring, summer, and fall of 2019, which is super exciting. And you're gonna want to have some, maybe a race drone, maybe an action drone. You're gonna wanna have a GPS drone that you can rely on and not break the bank. If you're just in it for fun hobby and you're not a professional out there filming things, this is still, I think, a really viable option. I personally haven't had bad experience with it, and if you don't believe me about having bad experiences and sharing them, go skim through the rest of our videos on our channel. I guarantee in the last year, 50% of the things that you'll find we don't like and we tell you not to buy them, probably more. So I like this one. I do. I really do. I enjoy it. I wish there were maybe better charger options out there. That'd be kind of cool. I wish Hubsan would come out with a cool case for it. I think that they should have like a 2 or 3 or 4 battery charger option, because I want to get more batteries for it and charge them all at the same time like you can do on DJI drones. But that's wishful thinking, you know. We'll see what happens. It's fun to cruise around.
Oh, it's fast.
And that's just on normal mode.
Cool.
Yeah. And I'm not testing the flight modes today. Maybe I should have done a few of those. I've just...
The modes in another
we have, yes, on the iPhone. I've just enjoyed flying this. Now it looks like it's kind of descending down out there, so it's possible that the battery's getting low enough that it wants to do a landing. Let's see, it says 35%, but it definitely was descending on its own. Could have just been wind pushing against it, because now it's not doing that. So I think we're okay. Remember, you have gimbal control too, so we can go straight down if we want to. Like fly up really high and aim straight down, you know? Pretty cool, get some shots like that. You can take photos too. We don't tend to do a lot of photos with our drones because we're video people. We like our YouTube videos, not our YouTube pictures. But it's a good quality camera on there. We see a lot of drones in this price point that throw like junk cameras on their drones. I still like the Sim 2 Moment drone. I think the Moment is the small one that looks like the Spark, right? Or no, that's the Dream. What am I thinking of? Seafly Dream?
I don't know.
Dream. Is it the Dream drone that was the Spark knockoff? Something like that. I think that was the Dream. The Moment was the folding one.
I used to be able to tell you these things.
I just can't remember the names anymore. There's so many.
We got a kid now.
I think it's the Seafly Dream is what I'm trying to think of. Regardless, the little one that looks like a Spark, it flew so well and had great functionality, but the camera quality was almost of like a toy grade quality. Yeah, but this one just looks great.
30% battery.
30%, and what's our flight time at now? Or what's the record?
Almost 15 minutes.
So you think it may be about a 14-minute flight?
Yeah.
That's not bad. Now, there are some things too that people are missing out on with this, like collision detection, obstacle avoidance, that stuff. But I've never flown a drone that I needed to rely on that. Now, I'm not saying other people wouldn't. Maybe different flight locations, different situations would, you know, you would need that, but I've never needed it, so it's not a big thing. I'm not missing, I don't feel like I'm missing out very much. Let's do another gimbal test, Abby. You remember when we did that on the first flight? Yeah. Show people how awesome the gimbal does. So you get a good shot of the drone. Yep. And I'm just gonna rock it back and forth.
It's crazy, because
it does a good job.
Yeah. Whoops. So neat. Gimbals are so cool. I remember when they first came out with them on drones, and it was amazing technology. Just amazing.
I mean, it was cool just to be able to put a GoPro on a drone.
And then they added the gimbal. So mind blown.
Battery level at 25%. I could continue to fly this and push it, but there's no need.
You're at 15 minutes.
I don't want to hurt my battery. We've got a nice solid flight time in here. I am just going to do just a manual landing, I'm sorry. And I'm glad I was able to do this video for you guys, because a lot of you have been wanting to see us do this. Sorry it took so long, but I wanted to have a nice, decent day to come out here and fly, where I knew we were going to need about 10 to 15 minutes to fly. I didn't want poor Amelia to be stuck in the cold or anything. So I'm going to stop recording, although you guys still have the screen recording, and we'll just do a nice manual landing, throttle down, and we're on the ground.
Good job.
So Hubsan Zino, still a huge fan. There you have it, another update on the Hubsan Zino with the Android phone on there. And I do trust this transmitter too, by the way, holding my giant phone, although I have to take my phone out of the case for the wire to plug in. That's okay. The only major issue I've had, and I'm kind of repeating myself here, with my Hubsan Zino from day one, was the fact that it would not work with my Android devices. Again, that was all because they sent me a pre-production model. I'm getting closer because of the wind, and this is crazy. They sent me a pre-production model that the transmitter only would work on iPhone stuff. It needed a firmware update. If you go look at our Sad Face Android video, and I encourage you guys to do so, check the comments section, because most people are very happy with theirs, and theirs works fine with Android. I think you guys will be happy with it too. I think that it's great for the market, good to have competition out there. I still like the Hubsan Zino very much, and I will continue to fly mine. If any issues arise or whatever, I'll come back and let you guys know, and maybe 6 months from now or something, we'll do a 6-month update video on it for you. But Hubsan Zino flying on Android, I'm very happy. Excited to hear from you guys, so let us know in the comment section below. This wind is picking up like crazy now. And remember, if you want to save 30 bucks or get a free battery, you can order your Hubsan Zino down in the description box below. We'll have a link for you. Be sure to check out all our other videos on it too. Thanks a lot for watching. See you in the next video. Bye!